All right, here we are. So, someone just happens to stumble on this live stream. I guess I'll start talking a little bit. Maybe someone watches this in the future. I just figured I have like 1,500 subscribers. I might as well do a live stream and see if anybody would show up. So that's why I'm doing this stream right now. And if anybody has any questions about, what it's like to live here in Alaska or anything at all, I guess. So I guess I'll just be sitting here hanging out with my dog, Coltrane. He's over there looking for a stick. Probably just playing around with him. And if someone shows up, then I'll answer any questions. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Coltrane, here. Here comes a silly guy right here. What you got there? Got a stick? Got a little stick? Coltrane loves to play tug. His favorite game. Right, boy? Tug. Right. It's too small. It's too small for the grill. Stick is too small. Get over there. We need a bigger stick. Need a bigger stick. Yeah. I think live streams are kind of hard to stumble onto. But I figured I might as well try. Oh, here comes a weird guy again. So, anyways, this is where we live here. It's our yurt. It's 30 foot in diameter. And yeah, we live on 4.6 acres here. My stepdaughter and her boyfriend have a little cabin down in the woods down there. So nice little family time here. Looks like someone popped in here. That's cool. Just sitting here with my dog, answering any questions, and they're gone. That's cool. No pressure. There's no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, buddy. You lost it? Someone gave a thumbs up on their way out the door. That was nice of them, at least. I appreciate that. Oh, looks like we got Derek here. Looks like. How's it going, Derek? How you doing, my friend? Is everything going good for you? Hope it is. I'm just sitting here with my buddy Coltrane. We're just playing around, right, Coltrane? Just playing around. I figured if anybody showed up, I could answer any questions, or figure I'd just try out a live stream. Might as well, right? No pressure, though. Come and go as you please. But if anybody has any questions, then I would love to answer them. Everything's good. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear, man. You're still cranking out the videos on the regular, bro. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm on it. I'm just waiting for everybody else to be on it too. You're gonna have it pop off here soon. Don't worry. I got lucky on one of my videos, and that's what took me up to 1,000. It was just weird algorithm luck. So you just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be there. Oh, we haven't gotten it yet. We were actually supposed to pick up the fish. Was it today? It's today Monday, right? Yeah, I think Zach, the guy I went with, we were going to pick it up today, but he said we got to do it Wednesday. So we'll pick it up on Wednesday, and then yeah, we're going to have a lot of fish. So You can see we don't have all the modern conveniences here at our house, so we'll probably take it up to my wife Eve's father's house and put it in his big old freezer. Maybe give him some too if he wants something. The mosquitoes are out. Tell you that much. It's been raining a lot. Mosquitoes are out. I just put some DEET on. I know some people don't like the DEET because it's cancerous, most likely, but I would risk cancer over these mosquitoes biting me all day, all night. So everything's good. Yeah, I'm excited to go do some more fishing. Actually, it's just fun being out there on the water. We saw some. I took some videos, but they didn't really show up, so I didn't post them. But we saw sea lions, big old sea lions, up on the this island out there, and we saw humpback whales. We saw a bunch of humpback whales, but we really couldn't get close enough. I couldn't get a good video of them. So, but that's yeah, it's pretty cool. I wanted to see some orcas, but we didn't see any orcas out there. Saw a bunch of otters, and yeah, it was a good day out there for sure. We've had, I don't know if you could see what the weather's like, but overcast, and this is actually nice right now for what we've been experiencing this summer. Last summer was really cold, and this summer is really cold. And you see, that's our wood stove right there coming up center. We burn a lot of firewood to stay warm, and it's just kind of tough when we're not having a very warm summer. Is my volume coming through good? Can you hear me? At least I couldn't really check that. I hope you can at least hear me. But yeah, so okay, go. Excellent. So yeah, I would like to go out again and hopefully we have some more nice days. One of the fishing that I really like to do is called dip net fishing. And it's basically I think it's just for like Alaska residents. Like it's not something that tourists come up and do. But like across the bay, they stock the creek over there with salmon fry. There's a group that stocks a lot of streams around Alaska or a lot of streams everywhere basically, and they stock the fishing hole here on the spit, and they so the salmon come back and they can't spawn, but you can catch them and they die, and bears or whatever eat them and go into the circle of life there. But we go over there. It's dip netting. It's just like a big net, and you dip them down in the water and scoop up a bunch of fish. Sometimes there's this one part over there, the creek. There's this big waterfall that comes down, and that's why the waterfall is probably like, let's say, 20 feet high. It's really raging and rushing down, and so the salmon can't make it up to whatever lake is up there or whatever. There's nowhere for them to go spawn, so they can't. But right where that waterfall comes down, if you dip your net right down in the water, there's this like I don't know how deep the hole is. I have no idea how deep it is, honestly, because we've only pushed a 12-foot net all the way to the bottom and it just keeps going. But anyways, you scoop it all in. Sometimes when the fish are really hitting, you pull it up and you got like a dozen red salmon on one scoop. So I think the limits normally are 7 a person per day. So if you go out there, with just you and 4 or 5 other people, you can bring back a whole bunch of fish, and that's just one trip. You if you have the time and the capacity, you could go out there, a week's worth, 2 weeks worth, however much, and just load up. But yeah, you got to where do you put all that fish at some point? And if you're not processing it yourself, then it's definitely going to be expensive if you take it to the fish processor. Because what they do is they process it and they flash freeze it, like just like basically instant freeze, which is going to keep it vacuum pack or they vacuum pack it and then flash freeze it. And then when you put that in your freezer, I mean, that's going to last, at least till like next year, to probably till next year and still be, decent, but definitely like 6 months or longer like that. Or you can process it yourself and just like put it in Ziploc bags or whatever, but it's going to be more likely to get, freezer burned or ruined in the freezer after a little while. So it just depends on how long it's going to take before you eat it. A lot of the time, what we do is normally we can salmon, which is just like, I don't know if you've done much canning or it's just big pressure. It's just a pressure cooker basically. And a big bomb essentially, and we just can that salmon. Then we have that on the shelf here, and then I really like to have salmon patties for dinner. So some canned salmon, a couple eggs, and some breadcrumbs, some seasoning. Fry those on the pan. That's good all year. I can eat that all year and not get tired of it. Just eating straight fish sometimes can get a little, might your palate might get tired of it. You know. So yeah, that's. I don't really do any of the other ways of. I mean, we do some foraging here and there, some whatever, but I don't like go hunting. I'm not a hunter. I get meat occasionally from my friends that hunt. They'll give me some moose meat, or I think I've gotten elk before. Yeah, but it's not really my thing. And I don't think I would eat bear meat. I think I have tried it, but now that I know what I know, I don't think I would have bear meat just because it's got worms and eggs and stuff, really bad stuff, and get in your brain and not good stuff. But yeah, I love eating moose though. It's really good. Crabbing. Yeah, actually I have. Not like Bering Sea crabbing, like those guys. No. But my brother, who is a charter boat captain here in Homer, a couple years ago, he had a couple, I think they were Opelio crab pots. And we pulled a couple of those up, and there were just a few crabs in there, but I've done that a little bit. Yeah. It's not like when I lived down south though. We get a lot of those red crab from the Neuse River and out of the Atlantic Ocean and everything. I used to wake up in the morning and go out we're at the beach on the Pamlico River actually, and I would walk the pier, and then there'd always be like crabs on the pylons, and I'd have the net and scoop up a couple and boil them up right there or whatever for the day. That was fun. There were a lot of crab pots in the river there, but no, I don't think I would. I'm not much of a commercial fisherman. I don't think I'm. First time I'm getting a little older. I don't really think that's in my wheelhouse to start doing that these days. I mean, I could easily. There's plenty of much older people than me that are commercial fishermen, but it's just seems a little weird for me to get into it right now. It's kind of like getting a tattoo right now. It's kind of like I don't have any tattoos. Getting a tattoo at 42 seems just a little weird. I mean, not that weird. Anyways, commercial fishing. I don't think my wife would really be down with that. I know that she's had previous partners that were commercial fishermen, and there's just a lot that goes into it. There's a it was dangerous, of course, but beyond that, it's definitely a lifestyle that I don't think it's really one that I'm wanting to jump into necessarily. If that makes any sense. Well, I don't think I want to live in the lower 48 again. Um, for a lot of reasons. I would like to have maybe. I mean, I would like to be wealthy enough. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I would like to be wealthy enough to have a vacation house, plenty of places down south, or go to pop in or wherever. Or my mom still lives in North Carolina, so I will definitely, be going there. Because I've gone visit her when she turned 70, and I like going to Seattle. Or my wife used to live in Seattle. She really likes that. We've gone to San Francisco, Monterey. And I really liked Vancouver, Canada, though. That's somewhere I would like to go back. But as far as permanently moving back, I don't think so, man. It's just and I'll tell you the reasons. It's just crazy down there. First of all, like when I watch videos on YouTube where you just see all the Karens and all the crazy people and all the racists and all the just MAGA craziness, and I mean everything's crazy, left, right. I mean, just everyone's crazy, and there's so many people. They're just everywhere. And right now, I'm looking at the weather down there. It's like a heat wave. Up here complaining about being cold, but down there, everyone's like burning up. Like Phoenix is what had 113-degree weather for a week, 110 degrees. I mean, no, I don't want to be there. That's for sure. When I went back to North Carolina, uh, and this was even before I think this is before I came to it because had just moved to Alaska when my father passed away in 2013. But I had lived up northeast for many years, and I was pretty used to that climate. And when I went back to North Carolina and it was summertime, and my dad's air conditioning was broken, I almost felt like I was going to die that night. I had 2 fans on me, and I was just I could not sleep at all, and I went to summer camp down there, and we didn't have air conditioning. I just had a fan, and I would be completely fine. I was totally acclimated to it, but now, I mean, it's even hotter now than it used to be, and I just 100 and facts. He's throwing down facts. Sasquatch throwing some facts here. 110 heat index in Dallas. Woo! See, that's the hottest I've ever been was on the border of Brownsville, Texas, and Matamoros, Mexico, when I was waiting at the border there. And I remember my back, it was like one of those seats on your car that, is, or you can, so it can get wet basically. And it was just completely, it wasn't like leather, it was just completely soaking wet. I was like rocking back and forth in my car, like, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And oh, no, thank you, sir. So is as much as we got our own problems up here, I mean, I could just show you, I mean, how that far out there you can't really see it, but I mean, once you get a lesson, it's hard to it's hard to go back, man. There's just so much opportunity up here that if you think it, you can just make it. And if you have an idea for a business or something, you can just do it. And I'm saying that that's my wheelhouse again, being a great entrepreneur, but you don't definitely don't have to be stuck in, the same old grind as everybody else. That's for sure. I don't know. I needed to get away from a lot of the things that were just making my life kind of miserable down south. I kind of needed a place where I could clear my head, where I could take long walks and not be bothered. And I met my wife here, and her family has basically taken me in. And I definitely built a life here that I really cherish, and I will always, I'm pretty sure, have roots here. I don't want to sell this property. I mean, I don't want to get rid of it. I don't know what he's barking at. Coltrane, it's okay. But it's cool. I mean, he's going to go. Maybe someone's walking. I don't know, but they're probably fine. But he gets to go run and have fun. I mean, dogs in Alaska, they have no idea how lucky they are. They're not just sitting in some apartment building, like waiting for their owners to come home from work to take them down the sidewalk, to go pee on the fire hydrant, to go back up the stairs, back. No, that's not the way we're living here. It's totally different. It's we have space to just be ourselves. And the cool thing about Homer, where I live in Alaska, I can't speak for a lot of Alaska, honestly. When I talk about Alaska, I'm mainly talking about my home and my town of Homer, here where I live. I was pretty much introduced to Homer, and I haven't seen a lot of Alaska. But Homer is a very inclusive town, very, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, predominantly gay friendly, not a shit ton of racists like down south. Most people are, you know, pretty open to all types of people. We have Native Alaskans. We have, we don't have a lot of. It's mainly white people, but it's mainly white people and natives, and a few black people and a few Asian people, and but majority white. But people in Homer, I can speak for Homer, are pretty nice and pretty. A lot of them are older and educated and not and wanted to get away from our transplants themselves. Wanted to get away from some of the dingier aspects of society down south. Uh, Homer's kind of at the end of the road. That's what it's called, and it really is. And I've seen a lot of different bumper stickers or quotes. One of them is, "We're all here because we're not all there." That's pretty funny. That's true, but we are all here because we're not there, and we don't want to be there because we want to be here. And so it's not for everybody. Oh, we got Ryan checking in. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? You're in Florida. Right on, man. How's life down there? Is it burning up down there too? Homer is the last and the beginning of life. That's true, man. Sure can be. Well, you be safe down there, Ryan. I hope you're having fun, man. Hope you're doing all right down there. What are you up to? But yeah, so I really love it. It's gotten really expensive since I've moved here, though. That is one thing that, if anything would drive me out of here, it would just be because I'm too broke. And young people are having an extremely tough time living in Homer. If they grew up here, it's hard for them to stay in Homer because housing is so expensive. When I first moved here, and I was renting from a friend, that is true, but I think he was charging me 300 a month for a tiny little dry cabin. I mean, I had electricity, but no running water. I had to haul my own water. We have our 5-gallon buckets that we fill up at town, and we put them in our car and haul them, and that's what we have for water. And however many those buckets is however much water you got. You know. So, anyways, but that was 300, and now that's going for like 1,200. Not that exact spot, but anything remotely similar to that is like $1,200, and that's crazy. And everything already is so expensive. Gas is what, four, whatever it is, 460, I think maybe right now. Groceries are crazy. I'm not trying to turn this to one bitch fest because I'm not bitching, but I'm just saying, if anything, um, the pricing is really tough. Whenever I go down south and I go to a restaurant, I can't believe how inexpensive everything is. It's like mind blowing how you can get in and out of the store for so cheap, honestly. But that's not the case up here, and even worse so for bush communities or places not on the road system. And I mean, this just ridiculous what they will pay. I don't even. I've seen some videos, but I can't really remember. But I don't think $10 a gallon of gas would be unheard of. In a lot of those places. Um, it smells really bad over here. I think dog poop or something. Oh man. Uh, okay. So Ryan says down there to celebrate my younger sister's 20th birthday, and then we're going to get my nephew up to Alaska for 2.5 weeks, and then coming down to Homer next weekend, Valdez. Nice, man. Well, hopefully we can run into each other. So you hit me up, maybe we'll see each other, do a cross channel video. Uh, yeah, so thanks for stopping by here, guys. Again, I was just doing this little live feed to just say what's up to my homies in real time. And, if anybody had anything particular they wanted to ask me or wanted to tell me, or I'm all ears and ready to mingle. Yeah. I've I've never been to Valdez before. Like I think I was saying before, Homer is really special, but I have not been to a lot of places outside of Homer. So I I need to. Um, my stepson works at a coffee roastery that my other stepson actually owns down in Juneau, and I haven't been down there yet. And I want to go down there really bad. And right near Juneau is Sitka, which I want to go to really bad. It looks like a beautiful, uh, just a beautiful town. It was the old Russian capital when Alaska was Russian, was owned by Russia. Sitka was the capital for a long time, and it looks just like it was built. You can feel a vibe there that just through the pictures, and that I want to experience in person. I haven't been, to Fairbanks. I haven't been way up north to the Arctic Circle. I haven't been to Denali. Uh, there's a lot. There's a lot I have not been. I haven't. I have basically been on the Kenai Peninsula, and you can look on a map for yourself and see what that is. But that's basically what I've seen in Alaska, and for that, I am a bit lacking and not a good representative for the whole state. That's for sure. Only for myself, really, in my experience. Your brother's working in Sitka? That's cool. And there are a lot. You guys see these mosquitoes? I mean, Ryan, but I don't know if any of you other guys, and they're even bigger across the bay. If you go across the bay and a mosquito lands on you, you don't just go like this. You go like this, and then it may still fly away. I'm not joking. There's You could feel the crunch, like, and that's a mosquito. It's no joke, man. They're on me. Take a sip of my Coke Zero here. Little mini review for my boy. Um, I'm trying to get off the sugar. You know what I'm saying, guys? So I have a really bad Coke habit. Not cocaine, Coke, cola. But I'm trying to kick the sugar, so I'm on zero sugar now because all that sugar. My dad was diabetic. Sugar ain't good for you guys, so I'm trying to cut it down. I'm not saying this shit is any good for you, but I can tell that sugar is not good for me. I know that for a fact. I don't know about this, so we're taking a chance here. But I don't like Diet Coke. For some reason, the Coke Zero, it's got the flavor I'm looking for. A lot of people don't know that Alaska used to be owned by Russia. That is true. That is very true. And you got to imagine they're probably kicking themselves now, right? I mean, that was probably a dumb move. All of those land purchases, like the Louisiana purchase, wasn't it famously bought for a ridiculously low amount of money? I think it was just different back then. It was burdensome to manage faraway lands. And now, i- if someone gave you a piece of property, you'd be like, yes, please. I don't think most people would turn down free property unless you have to pay a bunch of taxes on it. That's how they get you. Mosquitoes are actually, yeah, they are. It's a whole, I mean, there's many different, and are mosquitoes. There's not just one mosquito. I think there's like dozens of breed. I don't think it's breed, but dozens of whatever types of mosquitoes. And they definitely hit a little harder up here. And for whatever reason, I mean, the whole when you get bit by a mosquito and it turns red, it's just an allergic reaction. For whatever reason, this year, whatever these MFers are carrying around, I'm like swelling up really bad this year. They keep hitting me on my forehead, get under my hat, and hit me up. Not cool. Russia, unofficially, that's right where the heart is. I'm having chores. Here we go. 15, officially 1675 to 1867. Yep, yep. Alaska's an interesting place, and I feel like, honestly, and this is me just kind of bullshitting. I'm just kind of bullshit. I feel like, the US should give us a check for living up here. I mean, we're keeping, Russia in check by living up here. We're keeping the rest of the world in check by holding this little place down as Americans. You know what I'm saying? So, like, not everybody wants to live up here with the bears and the fucking mosquitoes and all this other rigmarole, but we're doing it. So, I got some guns in there if the Russians try to roll up. I'm coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I was saying, could use some funds for this expedition, Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying? PFD, yeah, yeah. I knew that might come up, but see, that's different. That's oil tax revenue that was invested. That I'm talking about straight from Uncle Sam. You know what I'm talking about? Derek knows what I'm talking about. He says Sasquatch is preaching over here. Getting a little out of my lane a little bit here. Well, the sun's kind of coming out a little bit. That's nice. Right now it's 6 o'clock. That's pretty crazy, huh? No sign of dark. Whoa! Did you see that? Looked like a dinosaur. That was a mosquito. Just flew right in front of the camera right there. Thing looked like a damn. What are the big? It's not Velociraptor. This. I'm losing my mind here, guys. I need another sip of Coke. What are the flying dinosaurs called? Come on, someone hit me up. What are those flying dinosaurs called? Ah, what time is it here? It's about to turn 6 p.m. right now. It's 5:59. Yep. Tomorrow, actually, I got a show, music show. I'm playing guitar. Perform at a Characters Bar tomorrow at 10 p.m. So that's exciting. I actually need to go do a little practicing tonight. because I don't really practice that often. I don't know why. Just like to make it interesting and hard on myself, I guess. All right, we're at 30 minutes in the stream here, so thanks a lot, guys, for sticking here with me. Just Coltrane and I. My wife Eve is at work. She's bartending down the road at the Homestead Restaurant, just about 3 miles down the road, honestly, which is very convenient and nice. So just hanging with the boys today. What is my name actually? My name is Chris. Chris Needham is my name. That's right. And the name of my channel here, it kind of just started as a joke. I wasn't really, I mean, if we want to get to the Sasquatch question, I don't really know. I don't really think so, but I don't know. The big the big thing to me is where are the bones? Where are the bones? So there's no bones. It's probably no Sasquatch. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, I just started the channel is just really supposed to be a bunch of funny skits and me jerking off and being funny, and just showing Alaska. And it really wasn't supposed to be a paranormal or one of those type of channels, if you know what I mean. But I am interested, and I do think it's funny, and I'm intrigued. I can say that much, and I definitely know that there is things I don't know, and I definitely think that there's a lot of mystique and mystery out there, and I'm interested in that. I mean, the same goes with like UFOs and aliens. I'm way down that rabbit hole, and like I think they're here. I don't know what's going on, all these UAPs and everything. I mean, it's great. There's a lot of stuff we don't know. And so I keep an open mind to most things. And to the Sasquatch, I also keep an open mind. I just want to know, where are the bones? Where are the fossils? Or where it's kind of like, so to me, it's just kind of humorous mainly. And yeah, I I don't know looking back if that was probably what I should have named my channel, but I'm pretty much rolling with it now. And I'm not trying to hunt Sam Squinches though, that's for sure. If I knew of a Sasquatch, I would not hunt it. It's just more of a joke. So yeah. Uh your uncle and your brother, Chris. Yeah, that's a common name, especially Uncle Chris. Yeah, probably about my age or something, maybe. Christopher was a very popular name in all of my classrooms when I was a kid. There was like always two or three Chris's in every class. And these mosquitoes are crazy. Mosquitoes are piling back up, so I'm gonna is not to be I don't think you're allowed to use this in California. I think they're probably illegal. Ooh, that's the cancer stuff right there, guys. That's the cancer stuff. But these mosquitoes need to back the F off. You know what I'm saying? They need to back off. All right. There we go. Okay. Ryan's got a theory about the bones. Here he's saying the reasonable theory is that the bones are similar to ape bones, and what's that word? It's under the heart. So that they're just indistinguishable. I mean, that's definitely a theory for sure. But if they're like, supposed to be like larger, like 7, 8, they're just indistinguishable. I mean, that's definitely a theory for sure. But if they're like, supposed to be like larger, like 7, 8 feet tall or whatever, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of evidence for that, are we? Hmm, I don't know. But like I said, I'm totally uh, open to being blown away by new evidence and new ideas and new theories. Like I said, I'm skeptical, very skeptical, and I think it's good to have a good, healthy dose of skepticism with most things. Honestly, not to be a pure skeptic, but to be skeptical is probably in your best interest a lot of the time, especially, um, there's a lot of people with skin in the game trying to sell you stuff every second of your life, and they will tell you what you want to hear or tell you whatever they want to tell you to get you to buy whatever they want to sell you. So it's good to be skeptical so you don't get played as a mark. You know what I mean? I'm not a mark. So human bones are alive for 3 to 8 years, depending on how moist, dry out over time. Yeah, I mean, if see, if I was going to steelman that argument, I don't know if I would. This is how I do it. If I was going to steelman the argument, I would probably say that the, the Sasquatches are very knowledgeable about their. That there's few numbers of them, and that they basically make sure that they retrieve every Sasquatch's remains and dispose of it somehow so they can't be found. That's how I would steelman the argument. But then you would have to imagine, one Sam Squanch is going to fall off a cliff or something, go and foraging for the day or whatever. One of them is going to fall down and accidentally die, and then boom, where's that guy? So, like I said, the evidence is lacking, and um, I just need to see more. I'm much more honestly. I think what blows my mind much more are the, and it could I was gonna say aliens or not even aliens, but another advanced species. It could be from Earth. I don't know. So that's why Sasquatch is cool to me, is because I think that it's possible that the aliens are actually from the future, some weird shit, or they are us, or some I don't some other dimension of us or something. Like it could it could be something that's metaphysical. I don't know. And so there could be some type of creature out there lurking in the woods that can camouflage itself like a predator or something. I don't know. That's possible, and we haven't found it. So yeah, UAPs. Robert Hodges, how you doing, bud? Thanks for stopping by. Um, Robert asks, "Do you ever watch How to Hunt? Cutter Natural is a great spray that has eucalyptus. I used to have honeybees. Works, it does not smell too much. I have not seen How to Hunt. That's a YouTube channel, I'm guessing. Cutter Natural. Yeah, that sounds like something I need. It's probably better than putting this DEET on me for sure. Uh, DEET does smell bad, and like I said, it's probably cancerous. So I'll, I think I have heard of that. That's probably what I need to go for. The honeybees didn't mess you up when you had that on. That's nice. Derek's reminding me UAP, right, instead of UFO. That's the new nomenclature that we're supposed to be using for UFOs, right? Robert says, my mom and dad baby Saturday worked in the mountains in a Studebaker bus, and one night something smelled bad, pushed the bus hard in the morning, no marks in the sand of anything. That's scary. Yes, see, there's something out there. May not be a Sasquatch, may not be, supernatural, but there's crazy stuff out there. And we've got bears here. I live in a tent. You know how scary that is? Like if a bear wants to get in there, it's in there. Like that I can't stop it. I mean, a big brown bear trying to get through there. I mean, I got a 45. I could light him up, but that might just mess him. That might just make him mad. You never know. Uh, Ryan says if they're probably religious, then they put them in the ground 8 feet. See, that's what I'm saying. If I was going to steelman the Sasquatch theory, then I would have to say that they are smart enough to know their numbers are really small. They don't want to be found out. So everybody is, you know, if someone dies, they make precautions so they can't get found. That's the only way I could really see it existing. And that's still a big stretch, I think, but possible. How to hunt. I need to check that out. What is that? I was just telling the folks earlier that I'm not much of a hunter myself. Uh, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I am opposed to like trophy hunting, though. I'm very opposed to that. Like going to go just shoot an elephant for no reason, or I don't know. Any type of really trophy hunting is not really my bag. But I don't. But hunting for sustenance, yeah, that's cool. And I will eat it if someone we have pheasants here that are non-native that are just running all around, and there's no law. I mean, you can just shoot one if you want to because they're just up for whenever. They're not supposed to be here. But I mean, everyone really likes them around because they're pretty and they're cool. They kind of look. They're just like a nice addition to the landscape, kind of. So most people just let them be. But I've gone to a barbecue where my buddy had shot a pheasant that was in his yard, and it was tasty. I liked it, and so I'm out. It's just not something I need to go out and do myself. It's like if I felt that I had to, then I would, but I don't feel that I need to, and so I'm not going to. It's pretty simple. Robert says, it's said tribes in Oregon that the natives used to trade with these creatures. I am make sure I try to pronounce this right, my friend. Onondaga, is that right? Onondaga. My grandfather talked about these creatures from New York. See, I mean, I've got stories about it, and I actually wanted to do a longer form YouTube channel about. I guess I could just talk about it right now, but I wanted to talk about it more in detail with some graphics and stuff. Portlock, which is around the corner, uh, Port Dick area. There was I can't remember what the name of the tribe or the village was called, but the story is, and you can go look it up yourself. If you look up the town of Portlock, I'm pretty sure you'll find it. Uh, the natives all lived there, and they all left because of a Sasquatch. That and I mean that's the story that there were bodies like washing up on the shore, and I think one things that was really odd is there were trees that had been like uprooted and then turned upside down and pushed back with the roots of and these were like massive trees that a human would not be able to do, and there was no evidence of heavy machine or anything, so the whole town left. They dipped. I mean, again, that's the story. It could have been any other number of reasons. Maybe there was bad farming. Maybe the fish stopped coming. There could have been. Who really knows what happened? But that's the story. That and people I think have gone camping over there. So that would be a fun. That'd be a fun YouTube experience or a little video to go film camping over there for a night. Maybe right. The thing is about over there where I'm talking about around the corner. It's called Gore Point when you're going out of Kachimak Bay and you're going, I think, into the Cook Inlet, basically, right? And I think that's right. Anyways, but it's really rugged over there, and it looks like Lord of the Rings, and there's no houses. I mean, just basically like ocean up to cliffs and rugged, mountains that it's just it's not a good place, to habitate. And so, I mean, you can look here at Homer, and you're like, oh, you totally understand why people lived here because it's south facing, so the sun just goes across the sky like that, and it's good for farming. You can just understand if you really look at layouts of most towns, and you can see why people decided to live there. And if you look at these places, you're like, I understand totally why no one lives here for hundreds of miles. Because it's just terrible, and it's the wind's just battering, and um, it's just not good for humans. And so, anyways, that's where basically in one of those coves back there is where Portlock was. And so I can imagine it. Maybe they just got tired of hard living. Why not go up, you know, some more miles up and go live in a nice, more secluded cove or something where you're not getting battered all the time. That's just a theory too. So we got another couple comments here. Ryan says there's a video about the female Russian ape, and it goes into details, and then the hunters who captured the female Russian ape, and one of them sell it, and then the owner having 4 kids. Whoa, it's getting crazy. So let me try to read this again, Ryan. Female Russian ape goes into details. The hunters who captured it, and one of them is to sell it, but I guess I don't know what's going on there. You're telling me this dude had children with this ape? That's a lot to unpack right there. I need to You need to send me a link to that, Ryan. Um, I don't know what to say about that. That's intense. Uh, Robert says in the 80s near Mount Baker, Washington State, one dismembered man. The sheriff told the paper here it was a bear. My parents personally knew this sheriff. There you go. There's a lot of anecdotal stories that are hard to just dismiss. I mean, that's the that's the thing about stories like that. And sorry to keep going back to extraterrestrials. That's just on my mind all the time now because of everything that's going on. But why would people just make up all these stories? I mean, just so everyone calls them crackpots and makes fun of them and ruins their reputation and like, I mean, sure, some people have mental disorders where they are going to make stuff up just for the sake of making stuff up. I'm sure you have totally heard many lies of stories people made up. People do that. But you got to think that not everyone's doing that. Some people are telling the truth. Some people are realize they have a lot to lose and, have no reason to lie about it. So when you hear all of the anecdotal stories about, Bigfoot or the Yetis, or I mean, or even like dragons, who here thinks that there were actually dragons? I kind of do. I think it's very possible because I mean, there's stories of them all over the place, and what do you think? I don't know. So, Ryan says, yeah, that's the deal. So, ape lady. Derek says, you heard about the ape lady, man. This is blowing my mind. No, I have not heard about ape lady. That's that's crazy, man. But I mean, yeah, that's all we are really, anyways, aren't we? Just less hairy apes ourselves. That you know. All right, here. Ryan says Portlock had 61 people in 1921, and that one person was probably pretty darn lonely and freaked out for sure. Would you be the last person to stick around in a town if everybody left and you were the only person? Like the only reason I could think you would do that is if like you were married, your wife was like buried there or something, and you didn't have anybody else. You just were like, I ain't leaving my lady. I'll die here. I don't care. I could see that, but that's about the only reason I could see. These mosquitoes, I don't know if you guys can see them. They are swarming me. So, trying to think about some other good places around that I could talk about that are interesting. Um, the funny thing is about Homer, actually, this is kind of a funny story that Homer's named after Homer Pinnock, which, in all honesty, he was just kind of a con artist, and it's kind of funny that our town's named after him. He basically got a bunch of investment money, and brought a bunch of people here to Homer, and told them there was a bunch of gold here, and like just basically like dropped them off, and there wasn't a bunch of gold here, and they like got screwed, and he left with a bunch of money, and yeah, that's what our town is named after. Dope, right? That's Homer Pinnock. It's pretty crazy. I'm sure he did some other good stuff. But that's pretty much the story of him and Homer here. That he shafted a bunch of people, telling them there was gold, and there was no gold. So, are you pro Sasquatch then, Ryan? You're pretty sure that they're roaming around these hills here? That's kind of scary. Oh, look at this. It's crazy. It's like I'm in the jungle over here. I got my camo on, and Mosquitoes, I think they see carbon dioxide, so that's how they hone in on you. So you just gotta like not breathe, and maybe they'll leave you alone. Ryan says, miners, fishermen, lumberjack, women, kids, and then the last man was a mailman for 1 year and 3-ish months later. Okay. Yep. This whole area where I live actually was and pretty much everywhere, honestly, was m- uh lumberjacks came through, the timber industry came through. I have big old stumps on my property that are the size of no tree that I have growing. I mean, these were some big dogs they took down, and that's all over the peninsula. That's everywhere. They used to. I think they used to have this rule or this law or something. It's like the best trees were left for like the admirals and the captains for their masts for their ships. And this goes back to like when Russia and England were battling out here and France and everywhere. Basically, if someone occupied or colonized or whatever showed up and they had bigger guns, they secured all the best timber, for their ships. And so it happened long ago, and it's just keeps happening. Luckily, I actually have kind of the biggest forest on my property for miles. If you look on the Google Maps and you look at my property, I have a nice cluster. I can actually zoom way far out and be like, that's my property right there because I have a nice little forest. I mean, there's forest everywhere, but mine is really nice right here. My dog's barking. Coltrane, come on. It's okay. It's okay. Leave him alone. Man, I need some of that cutter. Where you at, Hodges? I need some cutter. Coltrane, it's okay, bud. It's enough. Okay, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me this stream here. I'm probably going to go and check out here at top of the hour or at the 60-minute mark. I mean, sorry. So that would be at 6:30. So yeah, again, I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. It's really cool for you guys hanging out. And Ryan, I'm looking forward to you coming to Homer, and I'm hoping you stay safe down there in Florida. Uh, Derek, as always, nice seeing you, bud. Um, and Ryan, nice to meet you, my friend. Welcome to the channel. And I don't know if you're a subscriber, or Robert, sorry, Robert. I don't know if you're a subscriber, but if you are, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, hopefully I might have earned your subscription to subscribe. And if not, then well, it's cool too. I still like you. Okay, Ryan says, let me get my dog. Coltrane, come here. Come here. Come on. That's enough. He's the police officer at the property. He keeps all the moose and bears away. He's a good dog. That's enough, though. That's enough. Okay, Ryan says, yeah, I'm pro hairy man, Alaska Bigfoots. I have my Alaska cousin Fred roll at Subarctic Alaska Sasquatch who does encounter telling. So Ryan rolls deep here on the Sam Squanch. He's got some inside stories here that maybe I need to hear to maybe push my meter over the edge and go from skeptic to believer. But not there yet. But um, Robert says, oh, okay. I miss Homer, Hope, Kenai. I haven't been to Hope. That's somewhere I really want to go. I haven't been there. I was there in '97 and never should have went back. Look at the Kandahar giant. Listen to a guy whose friend flew that being out of the country. Whoa. Kandahar giant. Let me go ahead and type this in right here real fast. Wait a second, so I don't forget it. Yeah, I will look. I will look at that in just a little bit here. Um, yeah, well, it's cool you came up here. '97. That was a bit before my time when I came up. I came up here in 2013. I actually came to visit in 2012. Moved up in 2013. I bet it was a bit different, probably a bit the same too back then. Uh, come on back up and visit. Listen to a guy's. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna check that out. Ryan says, "Yeah, I'll be emailing you, bud. I'll email you and hit you up for sure." Hey, enough, enough. Good dick. Uh, Robert says digs in Arizona are destroyed from the Smithsonian. Goes against the narrative. I knew a university student came back, everything gone. Yeah, that is a thing. Do you guys and that guy Hancock? Do you guys watch that guy? He talks about the ice age and how everything, the floods, how the stories all over the earth are from the same event, and there were high level civilizations before. I mean, I can believe that's possible. And that gear they found in Greece, that's like however many thousands of years old. It's like a computer. There's some evidence out there for some. There's been a lot going on this planet, and it's built up to certain levels. Higher civilization has gotten more advanced and higher than I think we really know. And like uh, Robert's saying, the narrative doesn't really fit that story, and so goes back to what I was saying before. A lot of people have skin in the game, and they'll tell you whatever they need to tell you to keep on top and to keep that money going to them. Ryan says subscribe on 21 plus channels. Wow, you have 21 channels? That's cool. It makes so my numbers are a little inflated. Is that what you're saying? I really have like 10 subscribers and everybody's got 20 channels. I see how this is. I see. Well, thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate that. But um, Ryan says camping there next week too before Homer and Hope. Oh, cool. Yeah, Hope. I really want to go to. There's a lot in Alaska I want to see, man. There's a whole lot, and it's hopefully I got some time to go see it. I mean, just across the bay here, that's Kachemak State Park, and you could walk a different trail there like every single day if you wanted to, essentially, you know. And there's different mountains over there you can approach from all different ways, you know. I mean, the the park service and the people who maintain the trails, they are some heavenly people because that is not easy work. That is a young man's game. You know what those guys do? They like stay over across the bay for a few weeks. They got their chainsaw, they got their pack, they're hiking up mountains, clearing brush, making the trail, making some little dinner, crashing out, waking up, doing it again, hiking up the mountain, clearing trail, getting paid a little bit of money just so everybody can, make it their way across the bay there on the trails. That's a hard job for sure. Robert says, Hope, do not forget to go up the valley in the August with the wildflowers. It's amazing. The locals go up and harvest hay for their horses. Yeah, I want to go to McCarthy too. That's what I was trying to remember. One of the places that Eve and I talk about going. Eve is my wife. Sasquatch huntress. Uh, yeah, I like seeing all the wildflowers up here. If you go up Olson Mountain in the summertime, the whole hillside is like all different wildflowers, and it's amazing. And I know this. One of my friends has a farm there, Twitter Creek Farms, that I stayed there my first winter here in Homer, and she has bees, honeybees also. Like we were talking about honeybees a little while ago, but she has bees, and that honey, she left me some honey when she went out of town, just like a jar of it, is the most floral, the best honey I've ever had my entire life. I mean, it just tastes like a hill of wildflowers. That's what it tastes like. It's amazing. Just having a spoonful of that in the morning would just ooh, put you right at peace. Um, Skin in the game. Yeah, Derek's agreeing here. Uh, well, I appreciate it again, Ryan. How old am I? I am 42. Am I right? Yeah, 42. Turned 43 in January. Cave of Forgotten Dreams. Where's that at? Is that at Hope? Any of you guys ever been to McCarthy? Yeah, it's in there. Where's your favorite place down south, Derek, that you've been? I would like to go do some camping, but honestly, even I joke about going camping because, look, we are camping. You know, basically what we do is glorified camping. I mean, it's pretty nice. I got a piano. It's nice, but it is a big tent. We are hauling our own water. We do, live like kind of minimalist already. So going camping to us doesn't have the exact same feel as it does for other people, where other people are kind of just getting back to the woods. Well, we're in the woods, and we're in it. So what we really like to do is go to a nice hotel with a nice bath. Eve really likes taking nice baths and pampering ourselves and getting like some to go Thai food or some to not Thai food to go like Indian food. We have three Thai restaurants here, so we don't need Thai food, but some Indian food or something like that. Chilling on a nice, comfy bed, having nice, clean smelling robes on and stuff like that. That's kind of what we like. But camping, we still like it. But like I said, we pretty much always camp. About to wind this one down here. I really just want to say thanks again. And if you got any suggestions about for content or anything, don't hesitate to tell me. Or if you got any criticisms, it looks like it's starting to rain now. I got my laptop out here, so I am going to have to stop it, guys. So we'll see you next time. You guys be safe. Take care of each other. Tell everyone that you love them. Nothing's guaranteed. All right, guys. Now take it easy. Thanks a lot.